University. I'm Jessie Esposito.
And I'm Stephen Graves. It's time to wake
up! Hey guys, thank you for joining us on our very first production of Wake Up SU. Let's jump right into our morning rundown.
Yep, and it's been very rainy and wet outside, and Homecoming 2013 has officially concluded here at SU, and although the wet weather canceled many events such as Powder Puff and the parade, the regularly scheduled football game went on without a hitch.
Yep, that's right. SU took on Buffalo State and brought home the W for the Seagulls. Here to speak more about the game is our sports reporter, Naira Tolliver, who was at the game herself.
Yes, I was.
Yep, so you were there, so tell us about the game and how SU came with the W.
It was pretty. Defense and the running game were basically like the staple of the whole game. Salisbury and Buffalo State had the same time of possession, so basically 30 minutes apiece, which is a 60-minute game, so 30 minutes apiece. But the rushing attack for Salisbury was on point. 404 rushing yards, only 86 passing yards, but I guess when you're running football like that and you're controlling the tempo of the game, you can do whatever you want. Get a 35-6 win and just control Buffalo State, even though Buffalo State's a pretty good team. Their record doesn't show it, but they're a pretty good team.
I can't believe they actually continued the game when it was pouring down rain.
Right, did the weather seem to be a factor at all?
Yeah, Buffalo State had about 4 turnovers, Salisbury had about 2, so obviously the rain, wet weather, rainy conditions, they mess up the game, but Salisbury was able to overcome that and just, pound it and take it to the house every time they got the football. So.
What was the turnout like? Did a lot of students show up?
It was a lot of people there for a rainy game, which I was surprised about because I know me. I'm not about to be at no game when it's raining out. That's just how I am. So, but I was surprised at how many people were out there. It's homecoming week, so obviously, people show their school spirit, lack thereof. Sometimes there isn't a lot here, but it was nice to see everybody out there on a rainy game supporting the Seagulls. So.
Thanks, Naira. And one other event that hit SU's campus 2 weekends back was the annual event Seagull Century.
Yeah, this is always a big event here on campus, and not only do students benefit from it, but it's also a huge economic booster for the city of Salisbury. And here with more information about the event is Erin Cahill, who actually visited and got the whole experience yourself. So,
hi, Erin.
Hey, Erin, how are you doing?
Hi, good. How are you?
Good. Now, unlike now, it was actually very sunny for Seagull Century,
Yeah,
so it was
it
a really exciting event.
It was a beautiful day, but it was very hot. It
Very
was
hot,
90
yeah.
degrees, so everyone was very sweaty, and I was like, wow, they're going to do 100 miles in this, and it was unbelievable.
Yeah. What was your specific role that day? Were you helping out? Or?
I was filming for SUTV,
Oh,
and I was
wow.
covering a story on it, so I got to interview the bikers and talk to the Amy Waters, who's the chairwoman of it. So it was exciting.
Tell me about one biker in specific that you met that really made an interesting impact on Seagull Century.
Yeah, it was very interesting because she was only 7 years old, and she was about up to my thigh in height, and I was like, wow, I can't believe she's doing this. She did 64 miles. She did the Princess Anne metric, and it was unbelievable because I was like, I can't even do that, and I'm 10 years older than you.
I can bike
Right.
about 10.
Wow.
Yeah.
6 years old and biking that far. Did she do the 62 mile or the 100?
64.
64.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Did
there
I
were
even
two
know
different.
how to ride a
Yeah.
bike at 6? I don't know.
Right. I could ride.
Well,
a bike
I
at
definitely
6.
know that I was there also helping volunteer. I was just sweating from just standing there and shouting
Yeah, exactly.
encouragement stuff at all those guys. It's crazy. My dad, he did the bike ride. He said he was the key for him was hydration. So it was definitely a day to remember, but it's definitely one of those things that you're always excited to see.
It was very exciting.
And like I was
Inspirational.
talking about the Salisbury boost, the city of Salisbury as well. There were organizations there too.
Oh yeah, there was Women for Women, which is supporting breast cancer, and there was also one for leukemia and one for paralysis, and then they were all there to support, and they had bikers in the race, and they had people there and family members that had been through that, and they were there supporting them, so it was very motivational sort of thing.
And 7,000 bikers.
Yeah.
7,000.
7,000, and it started out with 68, so it's grown.
This is actually the largest attraction in Wacomico County that Salisbury gets. So, but
Yeah.
definitely a big tourist event,
Yeah,
and I
it
can
was.
see why.
Right,
A lot of entertainment.
Yes.
But thanks, Erin, for covering that for us.
Thank
We
you.
appreciate it and always having information for us. So thanks.
Thank you.
And as stated before, it's been pretty rainy and dreary here in Salisbury.
Yeah, a lot of students here are really hoping for some type of relief from this weather, and just maybe one little peek at the sun. I know I would appreciate that. Here to give us a rundown of this week's in weather, we have Carly Nichols here.
Hey, Carly.
This week is going to look so much better than last week, thankfully. Our 5-day forecast is looking more like in the upper 70s with lows in the 50s. Today our high is 72, and we're actually going to have a temperature spike on Thursday of 77. We're going to have a cold front move through Thursday evening, so expect highs in the upper 60s on Friday. Also last week, I know you guys probably did not enjoy the rain at all.
Not at all.
It started early last week, as most of you know, and it was Tropical Storm Karen that moved up the coast. And we had a high pressure system sitting off of New England, which allowed the low pressure storm, Tropical Storm Karen, to stall, which just hovered over us for days on end, and it actually caused about 4 inches of rain.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. So when will we see the sun? Is that Thursday, like you said before?
No, we should see it early this week, probably tomorrow at the earliest. It's going to be like partly cloudy most of the time, but you will see sun all of this week and hopefully throughout the weekend.
Well, while we're on the topic of weather, fun fact, there is not a flat piece of land on Salisbury University campus. Did you guys know that?
I thought Salisbury was flat.
Well, it's relatively flat. The highest point of elevation is actually by GUC, but the way that they set up the land is that there's no flat piece. It's all slanted, the little tiles, because we have so much rain here that if it was just all completely flat, we'd have water up to our knees. So.
Wow.
Well, all of Delmarva is pretty flat, so I think the highest elevation is like 72 feet or something like that.
Did we see any flooding problems? Do you know at all?
I personally am not sure, but I can only imagine with how flat the land is. I know there wasn't much storm surge with this, so there was a little bit right on the coast, but people that were a mile or two inland didn't have anything to worry about.
Yeah.
Thank you, Carly. And now we're going to head to a commercial break with some of your very own student-produced commercials.
Stick around for what's new in entertainment.
My friend Kelly and I went to this huge party last night. She's pretty crazy when she drinks, so I decided to get her really drunk. She ended up passing out on a couch after about an hour or so. It was hilarious. She's such a lightweight. This morning I woke up and I realized that Kelly had thrown up in her sleep and that she had choked on her own vomit. Kelly died last night. She's dead. I love you so much, babe.
Oh my God, I love you.
I feel like I've known you for so long. I can't wait to finally meet you.
Well, only if you promise me one thing.
Anything.
I might not look as good as my picture. So don't be mad.
No one really does. I promise I won't.
He loves me.
Don't be stupid. Be safe online.
And now here's some new and developing things in entertainment to keep you up to date on pop culture. Jesse, what do we have this week?
Well, I discovered this really awesome story. Most everybody has iPhones nowadays. I am one of those exceptions. I don't have an iPhone.
Who doesn't have an iPhone? Of course, Jesse.
Well, Siri, as you know, the voice automated assistant, I guess, whatever.
Yeah.
Her voice was discovered this week.
What?
Her name is Susan Bennett. She worked for a voice acting company like several years back. She's retired now, but they picked her voice out of random. Apple picked her voice out of random, and they've been using it ever since, and she had no idea because she is one of the many people who don't have iPhones, and she actually had her friend point it out to her. She was like, you know, this voice sounds awfully like you. And her friend showed her one day, and she just couldn't believe it. She was like, this is me, and she even was speaking to Siri, and it's kind of weird for her.
That
'cause,
is
like,
creepy.
it's like talking to yourself. Can you imagine? Like, and you have to like keep in mind that Siri is being heard all over the world to millions of people, and so that's like really weird for her. And
So understand, she saw a video of herself.
a video of herself?
Well,
No.
she heard it.
No,
in the
yeah,
video,
her
right?
friend had an
So-
iPhone, and she was asking all these questions, and she's
Right.
like, "This might be me. This might be me." And Apple actually has not confirmed it yet.
Okay.
And I think one of the reasons why they haven't confirmed it yet is because they don't want to pay her, even though she's retired. Don't you think that she should be getting paid right now?
I definitely think so, especially now that she's revealed. But honestly, if I listen to a voice recording and it's me and it's being sold worldwide, I would expect some money. I know I would.
Also, she is the voice of Delta Airlines, too.
What?
Yeah, and she got paid for that, and she's the voice of several other commercials around there. She got
Wow.
paid for all of that. And this is like one of the biggest worldwide known voices. She should be getting paid
Yes,
for this.
definitely.
Just ridiculous. But
Definitely.
I guess if she's famous, that's all she needs, right?
I can't get over the creep factor.
Yeah,
But that's just me.
That's kind of creepy. She even brought in forensic scientists, audio people who are experts in that field, and they're 100% it's her. And actually, CNN released a video interview of her this past week, and the resemblance is like astounding. If you get time, you guys should check it out. It's
Wow.
crazy.
Well, now we know. Now we have a face to match
Yeah.
the voice.
Yeah,
It's pretty
crazy.
cool. What else we got?
So you guys all know Miley Cyrus is
Oh,
pretty big
yes.
in news
Miley,
these days.
Miley.
Yep, Miley.
On that wrecking ball.
Oh, God. Yeah, well, she
Naked and
recently
everything.
released her new MTV video of Wrecking Ball. And some students in the Grand Valley State University, the former campus landmark, the pendulum statue, looks like a wrecking ball. And these students actually started mocking Miley's video, actually like taking off their clothes and videotaping themselves with her music in the background. And it was like this big story, and eventually officials from the state university had to remove the wrecking ball, which has been there forever. It's a statue for, I don't know, but because of Miley Cyrus.
Okay. So they do understand that Miley Cyrus is getting attention by them doing this. She's even getting more attention than what she had before, which is probably
so
what they want.
should they just be
But
letting
still.
these students feel free to like
Well,
be
you know-
nude on a statue of their school?
You know, if I want to feel free, I want to have the freedom to feel free. But, you know, on a landmark is a little different. But, I mean, hey, Miley Cyrus is just a mess in general. But,
Yeah, she's ruining a lot of things.
hey, well,
People's childhoods.
do what you
landmarks.
do, with or without clothes. Just do it.
Are you a fan of Miley?
You know, I was, but I'm even more of a fan now that I see her. But, you know, Hannah Montana days were good, but I'm happy that she's getting out of that little kiddish phase.
Have
She
you
needs
seen The
to.
Movement, Miley and the Movement? I
have
think it was
not.
just released this past week too.
I do
Yeah,
want to see
she
that.
goes on to explain why she's acting the way she is, which is not anything what she used to act like. And I'm pretty sure she says even at one point during The Movement, now she gets to act like a child. She's been acting like an adult for all of her life, and now she gets to act like a child, which
Go free. Spread your wings there.
you do you, Miley.
Right,
you do
right.
you.
Well-
As Jersey Shore says.
Oh, Lord. But,
But tell me, what do you got? for
enough
this
of
week's
Miley
entertainment?
here.
Yeah.
But if you have been on the web at all, you've probably run across one video that is freaking a lot of people out, okay? Now, this video is about a woman in a New York coffee shop, and looks like she gets into a dispute with a man. So, you know, after her rage, she ends up releasing some powers on this guy. And literally, he is levitated on a wall. After being levitated on a wall, she turns around and pretty much just knocks away all the tables in the restaurant without even touching them. It was creepy. It was
If I
very
was
creepy.
in that cafe, I would be booking it out there the first freaky thing that I saw. These people, if you saw the video, if you haven't, go check it out. If you saw the video, you could see people literally just standing there backing up after every little event that happened. I would not be seen.
You know, I would stick
I would
around and
be
take
out of
video.
it.
If you asked me, I would want some video. I feel like that would be worth money.
I
But
ain't about that life. For somebody who's gonna throw me up against a wall, not happening.
But at the end, though, there is some relief. We find out that this was actually a little teaser of Stephen King's movie, Carrie.
Carrie.
So, you know.
I actually saw the original one a while ago. It was good.
Yeah.
I
So,
wonder how this new one's gonna turn out.
so a little bit of relief there, but still at the same time a little creepy, as everything we've talked about. But, you know, it's just, I guess, a creative way of advertising.
I believe we have somebody here to speak about movies.
Do we?
Yeah, we do.
Wow, let's bring her on. I think her name is Miranda, and she has a whole rundown of some movies for us.
Hi, Miranda.
Hi.
Thank you for joining us.
No problem.
So tell us about Carrie.
All right, so Carrie is coming out this Friday, October 18th, and it's a very highly anticipated movie just because, like you said, the movie, the original movie was in 1976 and has a huge cult following.
My parents are among that cult.
Right.
Right.
So everyone's expecting it to be absolutely phenomenal, so hopefully it reaches those standards. They're actually making a musical of Carrie. It's
Which
gotten
I
that
think is
big.
crazy to have a
Yeah.
musical,
Musical
about
out of
her.
every movie, I swear.
Wow. But yeah, how's that?
Oh, it's still in production,
Okay.
but I'm looking forward to it. I love musicals, and Legally Blonde the musical is one of my favorites. And
Do you think we're gonna bring that musical to SU?
oh, I'm not sure.
Can you imagine that Carrie on issue?
Oh gosh.
Would be great, I think. Another movie that's taking over the box office right now is Gravity, and I know that you saw that. What did you think?
Oh my gosh, I was getting motion sickness the whole way through. Literally, I was there for the first 5 minutes, and you all have seen that trailer. You know what happens, and I was literally, it happens within the first 5 minutes, and I knew that it was gonna happen, but I was freaking out. I literally thought I wasn't gonna be able to make it through the whole movie, but
What you did.
it
So,
was
That's
great.
good.
Like the quality of the movie was just outstanding. I've never seen a movie out in space before to that extent. It was just Sandra Bullock just takes
She's always good.
another Oscar. I swear she's gonna get that Oscar. It was just so good.
Now, did you see that movie in 3D?
No, I actually saw it in RPX at Regal Theaters, which was just even as intense. And you know how at movie theaters they like to turn the volume up like to 100 is crazy. So I really felt like I was in that movie, and it was just so intense.
Yeah,
Now,
we
can
were
you imagine if it was in 4D?
Right. We were discussing that
Seats
before,
moving?
with
Yeah.
the seats moving and everything.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
You
I
could
would-
feel it.
I don't think
feel
I
the
would've
air
passed.
pressure.
I think that would add a whole new element. That would be awesome.
Disney
So-
ride.
But
Right.
I definitely think that's going to be the movie of the year. Sandra Bullock
Oh, without
was
a doubt.
outstanding. And I actually read a fun article about how they actually filmed that. And they had a box, an anti-gravity box that Sandra Bullock went in for 9 hours a day, like for 3 months to
Oh,
film
wow.
it. And they called it like Sandy's Cage. It was really, can you imagine like the commitment Sandra had to go through just to pull this off? I just don't think I'd be able to do that. She's, oh goodness.
Random facts from Jesse.
Random facts from Jesse. New segment idea.
It is. It really is. So
All
what's
right,
up
now
next?
let's talk about a movie that perhaps is not so phenomenal. There's a movie that is coming out called Machete Kills. It actually came out this past Friday. And listen to this ridiculous cast. All right, let me read you off these names. We have Sofia Vergara, all right,
Yeah.
Antonio Banderas, Carlos Estevez. Now, Carlos Estevez is actually Charlie Sheen's real name. So it's Charlie Sheen reinventing himself as Carlos Estevez as the President of the United States.
Charlie Sheen,
Wow.
just give up.
You know, I'm a Charlie Sheen fan, so.
No.
Okay, let's see. We have Lady Gaga in this movie as well, Danny Trejo, and the girl from Spy Kids. And all these people are going to be in this movie about an action hero named Machete. It's very odd. I don't really know what to think about it,
You know,
honestly.
I saw that trailer, and the name Lady Gaga came up on it, and I couldn't believe it. So I mean, I think people will go just because of the mashup
Oh, yeah.
of stars in it, but the name itself and with all
I
those
can't
characters.
imagine Lady Gaga acting.
She made a music video
Really?
for this specific movie for one of her new her new songs from Art Pop, and I like the song. Surprisingly, I really do.
Let me
But
ask you
it's
this: is she going to be the costume designer?
No, but she does have yellow hair, so let's pull out the yellow
What
hair.
else?
Rainbow.
All right, now this last movie I'm going to talk about is another competitor with Gravity. It's called Captain Phillips. It's the movie with Tom
Looks
Hanks.
great.
It does
looks
look great. It's based on the true story of in 2009 when the American, I think it was like a cargo ship or something, got taken over by Somalian pirates. So it's like this guy's first-hand view, the captain, about everything that happened. And people are saying it's Tom Hanks' best work to date.
Right, I also heard that Tom Hanks actually went to the real Captain Phillips and asked how to act out that character. So
Yeah.
I love when actors do that
That's
and
the
they
best way
actually
to do it.
take, you know,
Well, sometimes
advice.
actors go to the extremes,
They do. They do.
especially when it comes to weight.
Yeah.
There are a few actors I know that just like either
Yeah.
gain weight or lose
Lose a
weight
lot.
just for a role. And I'm not about that life, but what Tom Hanks did with Captain Phillips,
That's
that's
going to be incredible. I can't wait to see it.
yeah, I'm really excited.
Are you sure when that's going to be?
That was released on Friday,
Okay,
October
great.
11th. Yeah,
so you all can head to the movie theaters to see that. So that'll be a good one, definitely.
Yeah.
Great. Well, if that's all you had, thanks for stopping by, Miranda. We
you.
really appreciate it. And she'll be back with more movies next week, I'm
Thank
sure.
you, Miranda. Fall is here, and it's time to bring out those heavier clothes. Here with more fall fashion are Sierra Mitchelltree and Doyen Junad.
So thank you, ladies, for joining us.
Hello.
We
Thank you for
appreciate
having
it.
us.
So, as we know here in Salisbury, the weather changes pretty quickly, and you need to be prepared. So, Sierra, I think you're going first. What are some fall fashion trends that we should be looking out for?
Well, there's so many. For Salisbury here, definitely oversized sweaters. Oversized sweaters are going to be a big hit. I know I've seen people wearing them already. And another thing, a way you can accessorize your oversized sweaters is like I have a long chain necklace.
Stand up. Let's see what you're
Okay.
wearing.
This is a long sweater, as you can see in the back. And I added a long necklace just for accessorize. I have leggings.
Okay.
Some socks that have patterns on them, and some
Really cool boots.
Doc Martens.
Those are cool. Doc Martens.
I've
okay.
seen like the long socks that come up over the boots
Yeah,
are
knee
really
highs
in. Yeah.
are definitely in, and they even have some with designs on them now to add like pops and like pop a color every now, because with this it's all black, but I added the burgundy boots for some color, and you can even add a scarf. I know scarves are always in for the fall, different colors, different designs.
A nice color pop is
Right.
Yeah,
what I've heard.
definitely.
Yeah.
Right.
And chevron is a really big hit pattern this season.
I love patterns. Like I have patterns all on my
Yeah.
sweaters.
I think the goal, especially going into winter, is to get rid of the North Face and the UGG boot
Yeah, the
Ugg boot
Uggs
look.
are,
everywhere.
Uggs are. I've seen not as many Uggs as years past. I think they're starting to go out of style now.
Thank God.
I never was.
They're
a fan.
comfy.
I don't think
You
they're ever
would
gonna
not
go out of
understand.
style.
The
You're
crusty
not a
ones that
girl.
go underneath the foot.
They're
aren't-
literally slippers, and they're just comfy to wear. Wouldn't you say?
I've never worn them actually. I've never been a
Really?
fan. I think they make your feet look big.
Well, I guess I don't care what I look like. I think they're comfy. I wear what I.
I'm
I
sure
agree.
They are.
I like.
I agree.
Yeah. But I definitely think that they're trying to get rid of that North Face.
Let's hope so.
Ugg look, but
Yeah.
I definitely love this look. It's just, it's nice.
And it's comfortable
simple,
too.
and it's very classy too. I think the patterns. Where would people be able to get this kind of stuff?
Well, this sweater is from Forever 21. I get a lot of my sweaters there. They have oversized sweaters, long sweaters, any type. Leggings, pretty much anywhere you go. Like even Target, like has leggings, and
That Target, man, they have the best stuff.
I love Target. Surprisingly, people like Target. No, they have really good stuff.
They do, they do.
So Forever 21, Charlotte Russe, H&M.
You know what I'm seeing as a big trend is thrifting.
Oh,
Is that
Take me
yes.
to the thrift shop.
and a lot of oversized and Cosby
Yes.
sweaters, right?
I go to the thrift store a lot, and I like to like make my own things out of actual, like you can buy like literally anything from there and design it how you want it and make it your own. Cut it, put studs on it. But thrifting is definitely a way to go.
Okay, nice. And with fall, there are some days where it's not as cold. It could be a little hot. It looks like Doyen is sporting that look for us. So
I have like a mixed match, like cold and warm at the same
I
time.
want to see what you got.
Okay, so I have on like a short dress, but it does have long sleeves. It does have a Peter Pan collar just to add to it. So
Peter
if you
Pan
do wear
collar?
yeah,
Never heard of that.
you never heard of it? I don't know why it's called that, but it's called a Peter Pan collar. It already has like pearls all over it, so like I try to go less on the accessories. I try to like go more out on the rings and the watch. And I also have some boots on. I skipped the leggings because it's just the weather is okay outside. It's not too cold and it's not too warm, so I skipped on the leggings. But I wore my boots, which are kind of they're suede, but they're kind of like riding boot inspired. So yeah.
nice.
I'm seeing rings right now that aren't going all the way down to your.
Right, they're midi rings. Right.
What? Biddy rings?
Midi.
Oh, midi?
Yeah.
So let's show them out to that camera for us.
Wow, that's crazy. I've never seen those before.
I actually got these at Charlotte Russe.
Really?
They're only
Oh, I
$5.
love Charlotte Russe.
Oh, nice.
Where do you get most of your clothes from?
Charlotte Russe, Forever 21, Wet Seal, JCPenney.
And I know that also in fashion, since we're talking about it, I know a lot of girls go to Goodwill. Surprisingly, if you do some really deep hunting, you can find some awesome stuff. I know a few people who go there every Wednesday. Don't they have a discount for SU students?
They do.
They do.
And the thing with thrifting, it's a lot of fun, but you have to be in the mood to search because it's not just going to be right there. You got to look through, find things that go. But you definitely get good prices, you know, for college budget. So.
Yeah, and I've seen like those high waist pants.
I have a ton of those.
Yeah.
They're my favorite. And with a crop top or
Right.
crop sweater.
Right,
Yeah, a lot
okay.
of people just make those themselves, the high-waisted pants.
Yeah, I know. I got some boots from there for like $4, which were awesome.
Well, and I know we're talking a lot about women's fashion, but we can't leave the dudes out, the fellas out. So is there any advice for the fellas out there?
I know here at SU it's a lot more casual, but I like the jean jackets. I know, Steven, you own a jean jacket.
I do own a jean
And
jacket.
support it.
I do.
I think it's different. It's not just sweatpants. Like, you know, some guys just don't care and they just throw on sweatpants, sweatshirt. But I think a jean jacket kind of adds more vintagey look.
I know that college students in general tend to be more on the lazy side, so they just stick with like the SU shirt, sweatshirt, sweatpants. But
Yep, you see that a lot.
I want to encourage you guys to dress yourselves up, look as nice as these young ladies here.
Yeah, and another thing that I know, since it's been raining in the past week, rain boots.
Yes.
That's a big trend.
Wellies.
And a rain jacket, and anything rain related.
But they're starting to make rain boots look more fashionable because I know before no one wanted to wear them because they're just
Really
plain.
bulky
But now they have like
and ugly.
patterns and all different kinds.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, that's some great advice from both Doyen and Sierra. So thank you, ladies, for stopping by and dropping
Yes,
some
thank you.
fall
Thank you for having
fashion
us.
knowledge on a school that could use some. So thank you guys.
Right.
Appreciate it. All right. So now we're going to take a little break, so some more commercials, but stick around. We're going to have a rundown on soap activities and Commons food items. So
Yeah.
stick around.
Dude, are you getting drunk again? It's like every night this month. You're starting to worry me, man. Nothing to say? Whatever, man. I'm out of here.
I can't stop drinking. I need help. But how?
If you believe your drinking has become a problem, visit www.aa.org to get the help you need.
Welcome back to Wake Up SU. Now we're going to talk a little bit about what's going on with soap activities. We have coming Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday, Grown Ups 2 is going to be showing in Devilbus Hall 123, 2 nights at 9 p.m. and on Sunday at 1 p.m. And then this coming Thursday, all you band junkies, performance artists, we're going to have open mic night for you guys at 7 p.m. in the Wakamoko room.
Always a great turnout to that.
Yes, yes. Great to get some coffee and just go sit in there and enjoy the music. And then also this coming Sunday, we have a psychic fair.
Wow.
Yeah, exciting. In Fireside Lounge from 5 to 8 p.m. I'm really excited. I want to go see my future.
That will be interesting.
Oh, gosh, yeah. And then following that, we have guest speaker Chris Moon in Wacomico Room at 8 p.m. So there are a few things that you guys can look forward to viewing this week and attending.
Nice, nice. And one other aspect of college that we're always interested in is the food. And here's a little rundown of some of the big events coming up in Commons. We'll have some really nice spreads. So starting up for this week, actually, is faculty and staff bosses lunch in the bistro. Make sure you get there early. It's always a great opportunity to get that good food, and it's always special when they have these events.
They always bring out the best food for faculty and staff
Of
and
course,
parents.
of course. I know homecoming week, it was really good food.
Oh, yeah.
And then on Friday is a Halloween dinner in the bistro, and that'll be decked out with, I'm assuming, a lot of fall goods and really, really good food then. And Saturday and Sunday is actually the family weekend. I believe it's only on Saturday, though, the family weekend dinner in the bistro. And bring all your family, your brothers, sisters, cousins.
You know
mamas,
they bring
aunt.
out the good stuff for family.
Definitely.
It's going to happen.
Of course, that's when they showcase the best that they
Yeah.
have. So there's next week's rundown. You can see some other events coming up that we'll get in more into depth next week, but that's what we have for you coming up in food for next week. So stay on the lookout for that.
And also, one little feature that a lot of students on campus unfortunately don't know about, Commons just created a rooftop garden specifically meant for herbs, fresh herbs that they use in recipes at Commons. So I encourage you to go visit Tony Corelli's office on the second floor of Commons. His office is right outside the garden, and you can go visit it and look at what they have. They're looking to expand it and make it huge, and man, what great tasting food that we have now, specifically because they're using fresh herbs.
Definitely. And the school is definitely sustainable, and that's just a wonderful, wonderful aspect that they're adding. And I can only imagine. I know you went to go visit it.
Oh my gosh, it was beautiful, beautiful. The garden is just so secluded. There's no bugs up there. It gets so much sun. They have their own like personal watering unit, and they have chefs come up there and harvest it a few times a year, and it's going to last throughout the year. So I'm really, really excited about it, and I want you guys to know about it. Go visit it and look at it and just see what's going on around campus that is helping out with the environment just a little bit.
I can taste the fresh herbs now.
Yeah.
All right, well, that is the end of our rundown for those special aspects of SU, but make sure to stay tuned. We're going to go to a quick commercial break. When we come back, we'll have a musical performance to run us out of the show, so stick around.
You woke up in the comfort of your bed this morning, instead of waking in a foreign country. You went through the routine of starting your day, instead of trapped in a routine of abuse. You were free to pursue your hopes and dreams, instead of hoping and dreaming of freedom. Help us end this nightmare of sex trafficking in Europe. Go to 821campaign.org and give those girls the freedom you have.
Well, thank you for joining us today. We really appreciate it, considering this is our first show ever. Now we have a musical guest performance by Brendan Gallagher, who's going to finish out our show.
Right, now Brendan, I understand you are a SU student.
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about your music, what you're going to play today, and just in general what you write about.
The song I'm performing today is actually, it's kind of fitting because this is the first song I wrote since I've come to school. I wrote it about a month ago. Doesn't really have a title, but my music in general, I've been playing piano and writing music. I've been writing music for about 5 years. I've been playing piano since I was about 8.
Wow.
So that's always kind of been my passion. I never really got into music seriously until I started listening to the Beatles in middle school. That's kind of what got me interested in writing my own music. So
well, I mean, who doesn't love the Beatles? Come on.
So they're your inspiration, right?
Yeah. I mean,
cool.
Yeah, I listen to lots of music. So
okay.
All right.
Anyway.
Well,
if we wanted to get your music, Is it the way to get it?
It's not. I'm actually trying to use the recording studios in here because they
Okay.
seem to be pretty nice.
But you'll see him around campus, right?
Yeah,
For
you'll see me around
open mic night on this Thursday, yeah?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
All right.
If I remember, if somebody reminds me. That's that.
All right, awesome. Well,
Everyone, Brendan Gallagher.
Yep, I'm good to go.
I woke with a start and a hint of surprise to find my mouth soured on laughter and lies. A scratch in my heart that I bled with a knife. I threw out my doubts and I gave you my life, and it's not like I thought you could keep me alive. All I could wish to be a better man by association with one better than I. To hand off the reins and go along for the ride, and that's fine, well it's fine. Well, I was playing tricks on your mind, and after all I still miss the signs. God, I must be blind, I must be blind. Occasional thoughts of avoiding the pain, and I come from giving my heart to the flames. The love burns so bright that it threatened to hurt. Well, I brush those doubts right on out of my brain, and every once in a while I'm tempted to ask, do you remember your first love and last? But how could I reconcile with the past? The strangers who once wore my face like a mask, and that's fine, well it's fine. Well, I was playing tricks on your mind, and after all I still miss the signs. God, I must be blind, I must be blind. I'm still waiting on scars to fade, and I've still got beasts to tame. And I've still got demons to face. I've still got demons to face. And nobody knows, and nobody knows but me. And that's fine, well it's fine. Well, I was playing tricks on my mind, and after all I still miss the signs. God, I must be blind, but that's fine, well it's fine. I get along by myself most of the time, but after all I still miss the signs. God, I must be blind, I must be blind, I must be